So abortion is really the story of the day. We learned late last night, thanks to a Politico report, that the Supreme Court plans to overturn both Roe v. Wade and Planned Parenthood v. Casey, and this will essentially do away with any kind of federal fundamental right to an abortion in most cases that women have. Marjorie Taylor Greene, the radical, repugnant Trumpist Congresswoman, made a really wild statement just a few days ago about abortion. I just haven't had time to get to it today, but I want to look at it. This was a comment made before we learned of the forthcoming Supreme Court decision, in which Marjorie Taylor Greene raises some really wacky religious stuff where she says women get abortions because Satan comes up to them and whispers in their ear, if you get the abortion, the guy who impregnated you will marry you, which of course ignores the reality that if you're pregnant because you've been raped, I don't know that you want the rapist to marry you. It's a vile, vile statement, but it shows us the level of religious delusion that exists for many of these people. Now, I will say again, earlier when we played the clip of Marjorie Taylor Greene crying because she was so happy by the Supreme Court decision that we learned about, I said, I think she's nuts. But if you believe abortion is murder, it's logical you would be very happy if abortion is ending. I understand that. This is just unhinged religious nuttery that is, it's about angels and demons and ghosts and this type of stuff. Take a listen.
It's whispered softly and gently into your ears and into your soul. And he tells you it's okay. And he says it's just this one thing. You're just going to get it done, get it over with, and then he tells you a promise. He promises you all these dreams that you have in your heart. And that's how Satan sells a sin, and that's how he sells abortion. He tells a woman that all you have to do is you're just going to go to this clinic, just going to get it over with, And then you're going to, that guy, he's going to stay with you. That boyfriend or the guy, whoever he is, he's going to marry you, sweep you off your feet.
So, first of all, this is so specific that it's extra strange. I'm not saying she's recounting a personal experience, but it is so specific that it is very weird. She seems to have no idea or concern with the reality that there are people in all sorts of situations who make really tough decisions about what is best for them. And sometimes it has to do with being a victim of sexual assault, rape. Sometimes it has to do with a fetus with an abnormality that would prevent ever having anything close to a normal and fulfilling life and would be suffering. Sometimes it's other things. The point is, it ignores, this is like psych ward stuff. And it ignores the reality of the circumstances in which sometimes women and families and couples choose to make really difficult decisions. But it's also paranormal and bizarre. And one of the unfortunate things is, earlier I said, if you believe abortion is murder, it's logical you would be happy for it to stop. Okay, I understand that framework. On the other hand, if you are making decisions or having opinions about what civil law should be based on your evidence-free belief about angels, demons, ghosts, and Satan, it's hard to imagine you could ever be a productive and reasonable member of a legislative body, to put it quite frankly. And it's extraordinarily dangerous and it's extraordinarily disturbing.